I'd like to call this meeting of the Social Services and Housing Committee to order. And it's Thursday, April 6th, our last meeting for the day, I think, our last couple of meetings for the day. So does anybody have a declaration of pecuniary interest? Seeing none, we'll go to the action item. And it's the Kincardine Resource Centre rental agreement at 910 Queen Street. If you have any comments.
The agreement that we have here is a standard rental agreement, and given that we have had some changing circumstances as we continue to look at the idea of hubs, we do have a notice period that provides us opportunity to end the agreement if something changes in our circumstances. And I think we have a reasonable increase that's before us. I can take any questions if there are any.
Does anybody have any questions? So I'll just read the recommendation that a bylaw be introduced authorizing the execution of a lease agreement between the Corporation of the County of Bruce and Samdoon Holdings to provide rental space for the Bruce County Resource Centre located at 910 Queen Street, Kincardine. I need a mover and a seconder. Moved by Mike, second by Dave. Any further discussion? All in favor? None opposed, and that carried. So the next item is it's an information item regarding the Strategic Community Initiative Fund and 2017 call for proposals. Christine?
Thank you, through you, Chair. So we will issue a media release today as well, too, to make community initiatives aware of the money that's available. It's $45,000 that we have to distribute this year. We have been supporting initiatives such as the Poverty Task Force and the Crystal Meth Task Force with this fund. And this is one of those departmental funds that has its own criteria where we evaluate the proposals that come in. And so it's one of the ones that's remained separate from the granting program that Jill had presented earlier today. And if you have any specific questions, I can answer those as well.
Does anybody have any questions? Mike?
This one, Christine. So the support for the Crystal Meth Task Force, is that like a one-time? I know we annually support them to, I think, 15,000 or so. Is it 15,000?
It's 20,000.
20,000. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So that's what the 45,000, or is this for specific projects or initiatives that the Crystal Meth Task Force comes up with? Excuse me. So
the 20,000 that we support the Crystal Meth Task Force would be considered within this 45,000. So my understanding is that both the Crystal Meth Task Force and the Poverty Task Force would be submitting and are interested in submitting proposals again.
Any other questions? So I just had a question, like what other groups, for example, might submit an application?
The other group that I suspect is at a place where they'll also be submitting is the Grey Bruce Data Information Sharing Collaborative. So it's, again, a strategic community initiative in which they're looking at ways that we can share local data so that people can make better informed decisions around planning in the human service and sector and beyond as well.
Okay, thanks. So that was for information, and the next meeting is May 4th, 2017, and I need a motion to adjourn. Moved by Robert, and second by Dave. All in favor? And that carried.